24 Hijri, one of the backbones of Islam. We have to venerate, love, respect this companion radiallahu anh. Ubādah Bin Ṣāmit was very tall, very handsome. He was black in complexion, similar to Bilal radiallahu anh. It's mentioned as well, he was there from Qadīmul Islam, you know, from the forerunners, you know, from the foundations of our religion, the ones who took Islam forward. He was there, participated in all the battles with the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Badr, Uhud, Khandaq, all of them, you name them, Sulh Hudaybiyah. He's, you know, Wallahi, yeah, there's no words I can express right now, that feeling, that being next to this companion. If you're a Sunni, if you're a true believer, being at the grave of a companion, you know, after the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there's words can't express it. Allah, seriously. Him, Ubādah Bin Ṣāmit radiallahu anh, like I said, he was black in complexion, very, you know, I'm not saying in a disrespectful way, but according to the Western world, or according to the racism that was apparent for many years, and Islam came and destroyed that, he was looked down upon in the community. The Messenger of Allah loved this companion. You might have heard that famous incident of Umme Ḥarām radiallahu anha, who travelled, and she's buried in Cyprus. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was in her blessed house. The aunt of the Messenger of Allah, Umme Ḥarām, that was husband and wife. They were both married instead. She was the woman wherein the Messenger of Allah woke up and said that I can see my Ummah. He was smiling and he said, I can see my Ummah riding on the waves of the ocean like kings upon their thrones. And she was there and she said, oh Messenger of Allah, make dua that I am from amongst them. It happened twice, and the Messenger of Allah said, you're from the first. So when the Muslims attacked, and he, Ubādah radiallahu anh, he was with that group of Sahaba during the Khilaf of Uthman radiallahu anh. That's why there's an ikhtilaf upon the demise. Here it's written 24. It could be possible, yeah. It could be possible that it was later on as well. But when that battle took place, she slipped from her horse and she passed away, and she's buried there. Her grave is there in Cyprus as well. He's visited. So her husband Ubādah radiallahu anh, he lived on for a very long time. Umar radiallahu anh had sent him to Syria as well as a qadi during the khilaf, during the period of Umar radiallahu anh. Muawiyah radiallahu anh was the governor at the time. He had a dispute with Muawiyah radiallahu anh. They mention about Ubādah as well, Ammāran bil Ma'ruf, very strict on Amr bil Ma'ruf, commanding good and forbidding evil. And he wasn't scared of anybody when it came to speaking the truth. You know, he wasn't scared of anyone. He never shied away from speaking the truth. They also mention about Ubādah Bin Ṣāmit when he had a dispute with Muawiyah, because Umar sent him to Syria to be a governor there, wali. He returned back one day, and Umar was in the marketplace of Medina, and he came across Ubādah radiallahu anh. He goes, what are you doing here? I've sent you there, you've come back. And he told him the whole situation. Again, let me make it clear, our Aqidah, belief about Sahabas, disputes, their little arguments that they had, it's a family matter. We respect every single one of them, and we should not even open our tongues about anything that took place. We love and respect them, you understand? We have arguments with our own siblings in our families. Doesn't mean that we hate each other. Certain things happen. So when he returned, Umar radiallahu anh said to him, what are you doing here? He said, I had a dispute with Muawiyah. He goes, what happened? He goes, he told him the whole situation, and then subhanallah, Umar radiallahu anh said his famous statement about Ubādah. He said, may that land be full of disgrace where the likes of you are not there. Subhanallah. You know, he said, the land that doesn't have you, may that land not. He goes, go back and tell Muawiyah he has no rule over you. You can do what you want. Understand? And then he later on, then from there, when Uthman radiallahu anh was martyred, Ubādah came to Palestine, and he resided here, and obviously he had his children as well, and he was the qazi here as well. He taught the hadith of the Messenger of Allah. They also say as well that even till today, his lineage, progeny are still living here as well. If we ever get the chance, inshallah, we should give money to them, help and assist them as well. And also they mention as well, before he passed away, Ubādah radiallahu anh, he gave a wasiyat as well. He gathered his family members, his children, and he said that, and the locals in Palestine, he said, if I've said anything to anybody, let them take revenge now, because I feel like I'm not going to live to see tomorrow. And every one of them turned around and said, you are like our walid, our father, and you were respectful, and you were muhtaram, you know, we loved you and we revered you. We don't have anything against you. And then he passed away, subhanAllah. So Ubādah Bin Ṣāmit. And one more thing before we finish, inshallah. He was the same individual that was sent by Amr bin As radiallahu anh, asked Umar radiallahu anh to send reinforcements when they were attacking Egypt. You understand? And in that letter, he sent 4,000. There was already 4,000. Umar radiallahu anhu said, I'm sending you another 4,000 with 4. Amongst them, Ubādah Bin Ṣāmit. And he goes, each one of these are equal to 1,000.
Allahu Akbar.
He was equal to 1,000 men.
Allah.
Was that nickname Kaka?
No, he was with him.
Now when he went there, when he got to Muqawqis, you know, the ruler of Egypt, and those days, you know, black people were obviously, they never liked them anyway, they were racist. Egyptian, the Christian Coptics that were there, they were racist. So when they saw Ubādah Bin Ṣāmit, he asked, the ruler asked that, bring me the person that I want to talk to, the leader. So they sent him forward, Ubādah Bin Ṣāmit. And when he looked at him, he goes, you know, why are you sending me this black man for? Bring somebody else. And then he said his famous statement, Ubādah Bin Ṣāmit. He said that you might dislike my complexion and the way I look, but he said there's 1,000 like me who I've left behind.
Allah.
There's 1,000 of these. And then he was scared, and he spoke words, and he said, listen, either give the jizya or the sword will decide between us. And then obviously Egypt was conquered, Alexandria was conquered, and the Sahaba overtook that. So this is that companion.
متأدبا واعرف عظيم منازل الأصحاب هم صفوة رفعوا بصحبة أحمد وبذاك قد خصوا من الوهاب يا ذاكر الأصحاب كن متأدبا واعرف عظيم منازل الأصحاب هم صفوة رفعوا بصحبة أحمد